Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to check the video out. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. And we're starting with Housemarque. Over on their official Twitter account, they say, expect our first look at extended gameplay later this year, hashtag Saros. And so they are once again teasing the fact that they will be showing an extended look at gameplay this year, which is very exciting because this game was announced this year. And, you know, this is one of those situations where it's looking more and more like it's going to be a shorter kind of time frame between the announcement of a game, to the time that it launches and we can actually play it. But I wanted to highlight this because I do think that quite a few people may have missed the fact that when Saros was first revealed, there was a PlayStation blog post that accompanied it that confirmed we're going to be getting gameplay this year. And so even though we are going to be getting that gameplay at some point this year, it is still targeting a 2026 release. But considering the timing of them posting this, you do have to wonder if we are going to be getting a PlayStation showcase, right? Because there are quite a few games right now that PlayStation has lined up that they have yet to actually show proper gameplay for. And so, like I said previously, I think if Sony wanted to, they could have a really good showcase this year that's, kind of packed with gameplay that people have been waiting to see. But just wanted to keep you guys updated with Saros. Can't wait to actually see this gameplay. Moving on to the next topic, we have more bad news, unfortunately, regarding PlayStation and price increases. So this is being reported by Push Square. It was an update for an article talking about price increases for PlayStation Plus, and they're reporting that Canada is now going to be getting a pretty significant price increase for PlayStation Plus. And so now when it comes to PlayStation Plus Essential, that's going up to $110 Canadian, PlayStation Plus Extra up to $190 Canadian, and for PlayStation Plus Premium, $225 Canadian. That's for yearly. So yeah, it's not looking really good with this situation. I mean, it feels like this entire week we've just been covering more and more price increases from PlayStation, and it's like I've said, it just sucks. There's no way around it. It's very annoying. What I will highlight is on the PlayStation 5 subreddit, highlighting the price increase for PS Plus in Canada. Looking through the replies, it's hard to tell, whether or not people are being serious because it's the anonymity of the internet. But from what I gather, there's a lot of people who are going to be canceling their PlayStation Plus, and a lot of people talking about how they're just going to be transitioning to PC gaming. And, we don't know if this is something that's going to be en masse, right? We don't know if seeing these price increases in different regions is truly going to lead to a lot of people just kind of walking away from either PlayStation Plus or PlayStation in general. I'm curious to see if it has some kind of, really profound negative effect here. But again, this entire week has basically been littered with just more and more price increases, and people are understandably very frustrated because things already feel like they're pretty expensive, right? People already feel like it, the generation, we've seen multiple price increases already. The fact that we're still seeing it, it just sucks that, but yeah, Canada is the latest one. I want to highlight one more thing here before I move on, and it's the fact that Sony is making these announcements in a staggered way. I don't know why they're doing this. I feel like this is actually worse than just announcing these things all at one time, right? I don't understand why, like, every day they're like, by the way, here's a new price increase for a different region. Kind of weird. I don't know what the strategy is behind that, but there you go. Have to keep you guys updated with that. Moving on to the next topic, we're talking about the Oblivion Ps5 Remaster, once again being reported by Push Square. They say now that we know the Oblivion remake is real, technically it's a remaster, according to the leaked materials. Plenty of overhyped onlookers have been asking whether the revival will feature improved gameplay systems and mechanics. Oblivion is, after all, approaching its 20th anniversary, and in terms of character progression and combat, it hasn't aged very well. The concern, then, is that the remaster is just that, a graphical overhaul and not much else. Fortunately, now that we know the game actually exists, we can look back on previous leaks to find some answers. More specifically, there was a leak in January of this year that was widely reported on, and it basically revealed that the new Oblivion will feature reworked gameplay. This month's old leak actually came from a former employee of Virtuous, the developer that we know is behind the Oblivion Remaster. Since the latest leaks came from the company's own website, the ex-employee had listed a number of gameplay-based improvements on a kind of resume page that was very quickly taken down once word got out. It had claimed that mechanics surrounding actions like archery, sneaking, and blocking have been overhauled. Better on-hit animations were also mentioned, presumably resulting in a more modern-feeling experience across the board. So it's safe to say that this game is going to be more than just a graphical leap forward. I have seen a lot of people expressing a lot of excitement for this remaster. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things that people want to know. Is Oblivion going to be kind of updated from a gameplay perspective and a mechanic perspective? And it seems like the answer to that is going to be yes. Moving on to the next topic, we have a little update here regarding Forza Horizon 5. This is, again, going to be launching on PS5 next week. Being reported by Push Square, it says Forza Horizon 5 will make its PS5 debut later this month, alongside a new mode named Horizon Realms, which will allow newcomers to experience all the game's previously released live service content at once. Effectively, this repurposes the past 3 years' worth of evolving world content, meaning that you will not miss out on any of the limited stuff that's been released prior to the racer being ported to the PS5. You'll be able to play these new locations in a couple of ways. Skill mode will allow you to climb the leaderboards by driving skillfully, while free mode will enable you to simply explore with your friends. So I wanted to be sure to highlight this because, yeah, Horizon 5 has been treated like a live service game, and they basically had like different seasons of content. And I think people were kind of worried about, you know, diving into the PS5 version. Are you just going to be locked out of that content? This is actually a really cool way for them to allow people to engage with this and experience all of that previous content. So I just wanted to let you guys know if you weren't aware. We're going to move on to the final topic of the video, which is just briefly talking about Bloober Team's upcoming game called Cronos The New Dawn, where they actually showed off some of the first gameplay. And, you know, Bloober Team is just coming off of Silent Hill 2 Remake, and a lot of people doubted them, understandably so. I was one of them. And Bloober Team absolutely nailed it, knocked it out of the park, and I think blew people away with just how good Silent Hill 2 Remake turned out. So now with this new game, Cronos The New Dawn, it's a new horror game, and it kind of has like some Dead Space vibes, you know, sci-fi, survival horror. It's, I think, really capturing the tone here. But I think now people have much more interest in this title from Bloober Team after what they did with Silent Hill 2 Remake. And so I did watch this trailer. It should be playing in the background, and I think it looks very promising. I'm actually excited for this game. This is a game that's definitely on my radar, and I can safely say that if it wasn't for Silent Hill 2 Remake, I probably wouldn't care nearly as much about this. But after seeing what Bloober Team can deliver, I'm now much more interested in this title, Cronos The New Dawn. And so, yeah, it does seem like it's going to, you know, really capture, again, that kind of Dead Space-esque vibe, which is very cool because I thought Dead Space was a great game. You know, I played the remake, and it's unfortunate that EA seemingly is not doing any more with it. But yeah, just wanted to highlight this game and let you guys know that some gameplay is out there now. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. If you did, be sure to leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share the video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.